Okay, everybody, welcome to the live stream. We've got an amazing show here tonight, streaming live from the Seattle Center Armory. My name is Tyson Cody, and I will be hosting the online stream. And tonight with you, we've got Brittany Sylvester, who is a veteran of the art battle. How are you doing, Brittany?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. It is such a pleasure to be here. And what an amazing event. This is the most anticipated art battle yet, and the largest event we've had since the pandemic. About 700 people in attendance tonight, and even more streaming from home. So the painters have begun. I'm very excited to see what they come up with.
Me too. It's going to be a really great show. I know a lot of these artists, and I've competed with a lot of them all, and they are all heavy hitters when it comes to painting. So it's going to be a really intense night.
That's really exciting to hear, and it'll be exciting to hear the inside scoop that you might have on their creative edge. Holly, we were just passing by painting an amazing bear portrait. It's so cool to see how that unfolds over the round here.
Yep, and Liesel, I'm assuming she's going to be doing some landscapes. That's normally what she does when I see her doing these, but and it looks like we might got some atmospheric stuff going on, so we might see another landscape from her.
I love to see paintings start off this way because you never know how it's going to finish.
Yeah, and I believe this is Frida Haas, and she is amazing. I am telling you what, she knocks it out of the park every single time. She did a live painting for the Seattle Seahawks draft last season. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, she was live painting as they were drafting the people, so she's pretty amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does. She was in the art battle regional championship last year as well.
Amazing, and I understand she specializes in everything portraits to logos to sculpture. Really excited to see what she comes up with.
Yeah, yep. And this is Lyra. And she is super, super cool portraits. She does a lot of impasto work, a lot of textures. So I'm sure we'll be seeing that from her.
Excellent. And Em, I believe, is filling in for somebody, and an amazing color palette has been drawn upon here. And so much of the canvas has already been filled.
I know. I was just thinking that a lot of these artists are in the first couple of minutes, and their paintings are so far already.
No kidding. And it's so exciting because what that means is, you know, they're going to be having so much more time to dive into the fine details and really bring it to life.
Yeah. And so this is Scotty, or no, this is Holly.
Holly.
And she is a fill-in, but her artwork is usually very colorful. I got a chance to go on and look at her portfolio work.
Mm-hmm. She may be a fill-in, but I love the way she's filling in that canvas.
Me too. And
Oh,
this is again, and it definitely looks like she's going with the landscape here, and I'm pretty excited. She won Portland not too long ago, and she did some pretty amazing landscapes.
Wow, that's very exciting. Okay, Frida, amazing color palette coming out here, and a very expressive composition and form figure being painted here.
Yeah, she's always blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We've got a nice portrait going on, and I love the different colors, the bright pink, the green, the purples. I think it always adds something different. Looks like she's putting a little doggy in there too.
Well, people do love dogs, so that'll certainly do well with the audience there at the Seattle Center Armory. And for those of you at home as well, your votes are important, so be sure to register so that you can contribute the votes. Again, you can register to vote at artbattle.com/AB2433. And we are back at M's canvas, and an amazing image that is taking place here.
Ooh, this is going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my artist, have you ever wondered what
Very
5
cool.
minutes of your life feels like? You ever consider that? Because 5 minutes of your life is just
Holly with the grizzly. Very cool color scheme as well. Love the greens and the purples.
Yep, that's what I got a chance to hop on her Instagram and look at her studio work, and she brings a lot of color into everything she paints. And she paints everything from animals to landscapes to figures. So,
Mm-hmm. And it's always important to keep in mind that different subject matter will do better and worse with the audience. So drawing upon an animal that will resonate with the audience can do very well, strategically speaking.
exactly. Oh, this is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And she does a lot of directional marks in her paintings, so I'm wondering if this is just like the beginning stages and if she'll add a lot of that towards the end. But I mean, this is a whole figure with a face and everything. I'm blown away already.
Mm-hmm. And I love the way that the much of the canvas has been framed by the dark red, leaving much of the background in the lighter sphere. So very exciting to see what she will do with the background as well.
It looks like Lyra's filling in her background. Here comes her heavy texture. What I've known her for is her texture and her bold brush marks that she just leaves. I just love it. She just swipes it on and leaves it and moves on.
Absolutely, and I love the way that the composition has been constructed.
Yeah, it draws your eye completely around the canvas, which is what you want.
Mm-hmm. Back with M. Very cool figure going on here.
Yeah, it's super cool, and I love that it, like Lyra's, it's not traditional skin tones. It's got a lot of color. That's what I've noticed so far in this round is there's a lot of color going around, a lot of bold colors. Colors you think of when you think of imagery. So I'm super excited to see where they bring these.
So true. And speaking of color, again, back to this purple and green bear. So cool. So imaginative.
And actually, she tries to use color to capture the imagination of the audience. So it's playing right into her normal studio work.
Yeah, well, consider my imagination captured.
This is pretty outstanding. I mean, I know that a lot of people love landscapes. Sometimes I think they're hard to do, but to get this far already is pretty awesome.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful piece, and it's the kind of thing that would look beautiful, on the wall in a living room or a bedroom. And, it's a great time to mention that all of these paintings could be yours. Yes, you listening at home. So be sure to register, as you can partake in the online bidding. We've got a whole opportunity for you to own it.
And it's flat rate shipping. You can't beat that.
Oh.
I might be speaking too soon on that, but I'm pretty sure the last time I did Portland,
Yeah.
I was told it's still flat rate shipping. So
At very least, there's an option.
yeah.
That we can guarantee.
I'm loving the play on the green and the hot pink here. It's close enough to a red, which is very complementary. So the audience is going to be very captured by that color.
Definitely. Absolutely.
I am loving this one and all the brush strokes, and it looks like it's Medusa. The hair is turning into snakes, which is pretty cool.
So cool. And despite the ferocity of the snakes in her hair, her disposition is actually pretty calm, which is a very interesting juxtaposition.
She's inviting you in.
Mm-hmm. Don't trust. Those snakes are real.
And it looks like Holly's got some good texture coming in. I am interested to see how far she brings that out. Working on getting those eyes.
What's great about Holly's execution here is that so much has been conveyed already in the short amount of time. So, she's got the luxury of the rest of this round to, really dive in.
This is I mean, I don't know what it is. I think it's because I live in the Pacific Northwest, and we've got Mount Rainier, which is a huge volcano, but it's surrounded by forests, and this is just really, really gorgeous. And it looks like we've got about 8 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Enjoy the art.
Very exciting, and still so much to go in this round. And oh wow, that is just shaping up so beautifully.
Yeah.
Sure to be one of the faves among the crowd there, and for those of you at home at least. So it's a hot competition. So many amazing painters creating some really beautiful work before our eyes.
Yeah.
Back to Lyra, and such a compelling expression. So much intrigue in those eyes.
Yeah, Lyra actually learned art originally from her dad when she was just a little girl, and she used to hide behind her couch and color on the walls. She had like a whole gallery there on the wall.
Wow, no kidding. So secret, and now in front of 800 people here.
I know.
Very interesting here. And M here was a last-minute addition as well, filling in for Scotty. So we are privileged to see their painting unfold here.
I actually think they're the same. They're the same person.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That makes thanks.
Ooh, I feel like this changed quite a bit since the last time we saw it. I don't know if she added some darker hues in there. I don't know. It looks different to me. Something there was different.
And that's the excitement of Art Battle, all the changes that can transpire in the round, and really can add a big wow factor, which can be very pleasing for the crowds there, and also for those of you at home. And again, folks, we've got an amazing opportunity for you to place some bids on these beautiful works of art. You can auction to take these pieces of work home with you and have them on your own walls. You can register to do so and place your bids for these works of art at artbattle.com/AB2433.
And you can also find it on the app, and that is also where you're going to want to go to vote. And online votes still do count. So even if you don't want to bid on a piece, make sure you hop on to at least vote for your favorite artist in each round. Every vote counts. I've been in this position before last year, and I'm telling you guys, every vote counts, and the artist will be so appreciative.
Absolutely. We need every vote, so be sure to do so. It's a very important round. Of course, this is just about 6 minutes left of the Northwest Regional Championship. And so the winner of tonight's 3 rounds will be going on to the National Championships in Florida this April. So the stakes are high. Get your votes in, folks.
Florida, I should have competed this year.
Yeah, it would be nice, especially the winter storm we just had here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Oh my gosh, I bet.
Yeah, we had lightning and snow. It was pretty wild, but
this is just so like mystical, and I don't know, my eyes just like all over this piece. I love how both the dress and the hair are both the same color, but there's other colors mixed into it, so it kind of ties it all together.
Yeah, amazing intrigue and mystique captured. And I just realized this character looks a bit like Natalie Portman. And I think a lot of people will like Natalie Portman, so let's hope that serves well in their favor.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a dog anymore. It might be one of those naked cats like off of Austin Powers.
I believe you. I think you're right.
I don't know if anybody knows about Austin Powers anymore, though. It might show my age.
Oh, gosh. I'm right in the same boat as you, then. Wow.
Super cool. This is super cool. And I love how she's just like stacking brush strokes, and she's using complements to get those, that eye. When you stack complements together, it's like an optical illusion, and it just like makes sense, and it almost turns into a brownish color from far away.
Great observation. What a beautiful scene.
So cool. This is just so calm.
And you can really imagine the time of day that this painting is depicting here with the purple and yellow of the sunset. It's really quite.
You can also like imagine yourself being there, like on a picnic or a hike.
Don't mind if I do.
Right?
Wow.
It's so cool.
Such an awesome color palette as well, of the variances of green and the variances of orange and yellow and the fiery presence of the hair. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's going to be hard for people to vote for their favorite. I don't even know how I'm going to vote. It's so hard. They're all so amazing.
So true. Absolutely. They are all so unique, and that's really what makes the art battle so amazing, is that you bring around painters from all over with their own unique style and approaches and styles, and then they are able to just dazzle and delight the audiences here with what they come up with on the spot. It's just fantastic.
I really love how Lyra captured so much emotion in both the cat's eyes and the woman's eyes, and it almost looks like narrative art because they're both looking off of the edge of the canvas, and it makes you wonder, like, what are they looking at?
So true. It really captures the imagination.
This piece is so cool.
So cool, absolutely.
I love how she, like, it went from just like an all green body to adding in those darker values to get the really, like, the shape and the shadows within the body.
Now back with Holly here, and I really wanted to comment on the awesome choice to create such a stark contrast between the lower hemisphere of the painting and the upper. It really creates a lovely balance to the composition.
Different levels, yep. I think that's what it was when I was like, she did something, and I'm pretty sure it was she added that contrast in there. It definitely like made the painting make more sense to me.
Definitely. And we are back at this beautiful hiking spot, breathing the fresh air. This is an image I would love to escape to.
Me too. Me too. And it doesn't look like it's cold there.
That's a crucial element. Absolutely.
It could be like Washington where it's sunny, but it's still freezing outside. So
yeah, but you're warm because you've been hiking, so it's all good.
Oh, we're down to the last 50 seconds. Ooh, they're getting their final touches in.
What an amazing round this has been. Everybody has brought the fire this round. So it's going to be difficult and very exciting to see who takes the lead this first round.
Oh, I'm so nervous for everybody. This is so gorgeous. The color of the eyes and
Definitely, and such a strong choice to choose that turquoise-ish teal color to really dominate on the canvas.
Yeah, it looks like a cotton candy color palette. Pastel-y. I love it. And I love how each of these artists had different subject matters. Like, nobody did the same thing. Ooh, 3 seconds. And that's it. Brushes down. Round 1 is over.
Wow, that was a very exciting round. Brittany, who's your favorite so far?
Ask me that. It looks like the timer on our end might not have been right because they're still painting. So
that's true. You're right. It looks like the painters are still going. We will await the local host to bring the round to an end, and they've got some grace moments here to really bring their paintings home.
So beautiful. Well, I'm going to flip your question back around to you. Who do you have a favorite this round?
Well, yeah, I think that we might be looking at it, to be honest with you. That or Holly's bear I really love as well. But and then this, it's, geez, the more I see, the more I think I just don't know.
It's so hard.
It's so hard, and which is why, again, it's so important that everybody who's watching from home go on and register to vote. We need your votes so we can decide who is moving forward to the next round.
All right, give it up for our artists, please. to sign.
And it looks like the final round is going to be 30 minutes instead of the traditional 20, which is super cool. I think that's something that they introduced last year during the regional championships, and I believe, if I'm correct, they kept that for the national championships. So first 2 rounds are 20 minutes, the last round is 30 minutes, which gives the artist just a little bit extra time, and you wouldn't think that that's... Oh, let me be quiet.
Maybe. There's a lot of you. We'll give you a little longer.
Austin's talking.
You're gonna go back there.
Yep.
You get to vote on who you think should move on to the 3rd round.
And while we can't quite hear what he says, I've heard he's doing a great job.
If for some reason
He always does.
Please do. Half the proceeds go to the artist. If for some reason you did not register,
It looks like the atmosphere there is great. Lots of people. Looks like a really hype vibe.
We're gonna give DJ Dat Boy about well, as long as it takes to do this transition. So 15 minutes to swap this out, get ready for the next round, go to the bathroom, get a drink, say hi to a new friend, say hi to me. I'll be your new friend. Otherwise, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Take it away, DJ Dat Boy.
And we will be back with the second round of the night in just a short while. So we'll be signing off just for a moment now. And do stay tuned for the live stream, everybody. We will be back with you shortly.
Let's do this. At easel number 1. She's a traveling nurse. What a good person. All over the place. She was saying everywhere she went. She was like Idaho, Portland. Yeah, a lot of places I couldn't remember. She doesn't have a home except for when she's here making art with us since the early days, way back when we were at Rebar. Who else could it be? Our own beloved Bernadette Enriquez. At easel number 2, my hometown homegirl. We both come from Eugene, Oregon. Gotta point that out every time she paints. Also, she's a Capricorn. And she's 1 for 1 in competitions. See if she can keep that streak going. Show some love for Anna Bostrom.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, folks. The painters are getting ready for round 2, folks. This is very, very exciting. Another great round is about to take place.
I'm so excited for this round.
No kidding. Once again, we are back at the Seattle Center Armory, streaming live. This is the Northwest Regional Championship tonight. An amazing, exciting competition underway to see who will move on to the National Championships in Florida this April.
And we are looking at Haley Michelle right now. She is a special friend of mine.
Oh.
Yeah, we actually, so... Haley and then also Anna Bostrom, we all 3 went to the same school online for painting, and I met Haley at a restaurant. She was a waitress, and I just happened to be there for breakfast with a girlfriend, and I was showing her a painting online. She's like, oh, I know that artist. And I was like, yeah, me too. I study under her. And then she's like, no way, me too. So that's how we met. We've become really close since then.
Wow, that's amazing. So you must be rooting for them, and that's really exciting, Brittany. And it's so nice you have that insider information. Now, once again, we're listening to Brittany Sylvester here, and my name is Tyson Cody. And yeah, we are hosting the online stream. So thank you so much for sticking around and tuning in for this next round of Art Battle Seattle.
I play no favorites this round because I also know Janae, and I know a lot about Anna, and I watched Andy win in Seattle this past summer, and Bernadette is just amazing. This is going to be a tough round.
Yeah, if anything, it's going to be a bit more difficult for you to vote. For me, I've got this sweet, blissful ignorance, as these artists are all new for me, and so it's going to be so wonderful to see what they come up with.
I am super excited.
And it looks like they are as well. Wonderful vibes here from the painters. What an exciting night.
Yep, so we're looking at Janae right there in the skirt, and then I believe it's Andy in the back. Yes, Andy.
It's
Anna.
So fun to see how. Yeah, what were you going to say? Sorry, Brittany.
Oh, I was going to say Anna, so we're going to see her coming around in a second. She is super cool because she just competed in Greece on a outstanding artist like reality TV show through the school that we went to. So it hasn't aired yet, but it's going to be super cool.
Wow, that's really amazing.
And we're looking at Bernadette right now, and she does some amazing work. Her style is very abstract realism is what I like to call it. She kind of integrates her backgrounds, her abstract backgrounds into her visual imagery. So it's going to be cool to see what she comes up with. It looks like she's doing an elephant.
And she's known for using lots of vibrant colors and letting emotions take control of her art.
And this is Anna, and she is really, she loves to do storytelling within her art. She is from Eugene, Oregon, and she also, her art is like magical and empowering. She does a lot of women, a lot of vibrant colors. So I'm excited to see what she does today.
And we have another great example of, artists choosing to start their paintings in vastly different ways. Anna's chosen to start off with a drawing to get the form and shape onto the canvas. And so we will see what happens and as the painting unfolds, what colors will emerge, what brush strokes will take place. Very exciting to see.
This is a lot how I do mine as well. I don't usually use a Posca pen because if she adds any kind of water to that, it will kind of smear a little bit. So I'm interested to see. Ooh, look at her palette. Ooh, it's
wow.
So look at those colors.
Locked and loaded.
And this is Haley. She does a lot of figurative work, a lot of portraits, but she is very, her artwork is normally very monotone. And if it's not monotone, it's got like 2 colors in there. So, and she leaves a lot of big, bold brush marks, which is cool.
Very cool. And I understand she also has a line of hand-painted refurbished flannel shirts available on her website. So be sure to check that out.
Yep, and she's got a TikTok too, and she paints all of those on her TikTok. She uses color a lot. She really is interested and studies color theory, and she loves using, the reason why she loves using monotones is because she likes to be able to change your emotions as you're looking at the painting.
Amazing. Well, considering the splash of color that has just been thrown onto the canvas, I would say my emotions have been changed. And this right here really captures the excitement of live painting such as this, because when something like that happens, it really captures the attention of the audience. And certainly does well for, racking up those votes at the end of the round. And so folks at home, once again, be sure to cast in your votes. It's very important. We need you.
And it might not look like Andy's got a lot going on right now, but I've seen her paint live before, and she's pretty awesome. You'll be like, okay, you got to get some paint on, but I guarantee when we come back around, she'll have a lot more done.
Yeah, I believe it. It looks like she really knows what she's got in mind there. And I understand that Andy depicts other worlds through unique characters, creatures, and landscapes that are each part of a cohesive setting. So we're just getting a very brief hint right now at what setting that is, and 16 more minutes of this round. So still so much to be revealed.
I agree. And I do like it when artists are a little bit more cautious in the beginning, making sure they're getting those proportions correct, making sure that what they're trying to convey is going to come out correctly. And then once you got that down and you're golden, then you can add the paint. At least that's what I like to do. And this is Janae, and she is awesome too. She competed last year in the regionals as well.
And what an amazingly different approach to the canvas and to the composition. So much of the canvas has already been filled with 15 minutes and 30 seconds left. So this is a really exciting composition, and just the impression of some mushrooms in the foreground yet to be filled in.
Yeah, she does a lot of this type of work. She's very good at it. And she does a lot of forests, a lot of colors.
And it looks like she's having a blast. Look how expressive she is with her face. It's such a pleasure to watch. And this, again, is such the treat of live painting.
Yeah, she likes to inspire curiosity and wonder and offer a feeling of joy and inspiration within the mundanity of her daily life.
I
So,
love that. Well, I'm feeling that inspiration. And
Oh,
carrying
artist
on
needs
over
to
here
grab your
to
core and use a
Bernadette.
quarter of your
What a
time. That's right, you
cool
have 50
image
seconds.
this
Think
is.
about it.
And
You've got
love
50
the
minutes, live
subtle
audience, to get those
color
bedroom lights
palette
in the
and
circle.
tones that
You got this, artist.
are being
Starting to
put
look
on this
great.
canvas.
Actually, I don't. How the
Lovely.
fuck did you make that in
resonate
5
with this
minutes?
painting. I am a mom of 4 kids, and just to see, I love when like there's a family of animals, and this one is just so sweet. It's a mama with her 2 babies. It could be a dad with the 2 babies. I'm already loving this piece, and I love how, again, they're using contrast colors. She's got like the bright pink in the background, more of the greenish, tealish blues for her figures.
Yeah, and you know what? You bring up another great point. Again, when an artist draws upon specific imagery, it can really connect with the audience. And again, it's a great strategy for drawing in the audience and getting those votes during this competition.
I agree. I think it's if people paint something that you can like identify with, it just makes it more special.
Definitely.
Anna, this is gorgeous.
Wow.
I love the contrast already. Anna's very good at that.
And such a bold choice to take up so much of the canvas with that black on the top and contrasted so starkly with these warm colors that she's sort of just splashing across and very expressively.
Yeah, I am excited to see her kind of fill in this face. I know she does an amazing job with portraits, so I'm looking really forward to seeing what she does here. And she does a lot of the abstract realism as well, where the background is coming into the figure, into the portrait, and it's all kind of is cohesive together. It kind of meshes well. You don't know where one begins and the other ends. And I think that I paint like that sometimes, and I think it's just a great way to have a figure emerging out of the background like that.
And it is just so fun to watch as well. So perfect for this kind of context.
Exactly. Oh, Haley is doing so good. I'm not playing favorites. I really do think she's doing a good job. She was really nervous, and I knew what she was going to be painting beforehand, 'cause like I said, we're friends. But what she had shown me before, her practice pieces were not this good. I think that goes into the whole art battle and competing. You're so nervous and you've got a lot of adrenaline going, so you paint faster and it just comes easier and natural. So I'm excited to see this.
Absolutely. These artists are battling against each other and they are battling against the clock. So they really need to bring it when it's the time. And just as you said, yeah, Haley is really bringing it here. And I have to say, what a beautiful execution of painting these faces on an angle. I really think that she's done a great job of capturing the right proportions on their respective angles.
I agree. And she's doing a fat to lean right now, which is you're doing thin layer to thicker paint. So she started with the wash. She's got looks like some isopropyl alcohol in a spray bottle to get those little bubbles, and now she's adding her thicker paint.
Fascinating insight. Thank you, Brittany.
I'm interested to see what Andy's going to paint. Do you know what this is going to be yet?
I do not know yet. I would say that my imagination has been captured here, and I hope that the audience watching both at home and tonight here at the Seattle Center Armory are also intrigued. This is very cool.
I love it when artists not just paint, but they they're performing, right? You're putting on a show. And so, like you said, you're intrigued. I'm intrigued because I want to know what is going on here, and when people can draw you in being like, what is she gonna paint? And then the end product, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
So true, and that really plays into the strategies that artists can take on, by not revealing too much off the top. It draws in the audiences, builds up intrigue, and really creates an exciting and entertaining live painting experience here at Art Battle.
I got a hint of her source there. It looks like it's going to be a glass of liquid with maybe an orange peel coming out of it.
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
Mhm.
We are back to Janae.
There's a lot of life and a lot of movement in this little scene. Even though they are just static objects, you can imagine that there might be a subtle breeze passing through that majestic forest.
I agree. I just love, 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 love her color palette. I'm a big neon pink and orange fan. I do that a lot for Art Battle myself, and I think that the audience really appreciates that kind of a color palette.
Absolutely. And once again, you can think about these color palettes and where they might look so pleasantly in your own homes, folks, because what I'm getting to here is that you have the opportunity to own these pieces of art. We have an auction going, so you can place your bids and take home these arts and hang them in your bedroom, hang them in your living room, hang them in your salon, hang them where you keep your horses, and hang them where you might have motorcycles. There's really no end to where you can have these pieces of artwork displayed.
And it's way better if you're getting an original piece of artwork rather than like a print you get at like Walmart or Target. Nothing, not that there's anything wrong with decorative art, but this is an original piece of art that you can own from amazing artists.
And speaking of places that you can hang a piece of artwork, I think this would look beautifully in a nursery.
This piece, I mean, I'm hoping she's adding the black outlines, which I'm happy about. When you do a pastel piece, it makes it hard to I don't know. I always feel like you have to have kind of a deep contrast, which I'm happy she's adding the black in. So I'm wondering if she's going to go farther than that. But this piece is seriously pulling at my heart right now.
It's pretty darn cute, not gonna lie. And we've got 7 minutes and 43 seconds left of this second round of Art Battle Seattle, and we are back over here. What an amazing painting here.
I love that she has almost every color on this palette right now and on this canvas. Some people can pull off a tasteful rainbow, but like I said, it's got to be tasteful. You don't want to just throw on every color you can, because that can look really cheesy really fast. But the way Anna does it is just amazing.
You're very right. Anna's done a beautiful job of splashing so many colors on here with precision and great taste. And I'm just noticing that it looks like a night sky above it with the speckled whites.
Yeah, and when you're gonna do a lot of colors like that, you want to kind of have a grounding color, such as a lot of white, a lot of black, a lot of gray, something to kind of ground your painting and really take away from the fact that there's so many big, bold colors. There's a good balance in between the two, and she executes it so well.
That's a great point, absolutely. And get fingers in the paint as well. Also, so cool to see the different approaches they get for spreading the paint around. And here we are back with Haley, loving the highlights of the yellow added to these faces, contours.
Really brings in the effect of lighting, and she does this so well. I was not expecting this, and like I said, I saw her source photos and her practice pieces, and it did not look this good. And oh man, I mean, seeing it up close on this camera feed is amazing. It really looks, that bright highlights are just so great.
It really adds an element of luminosity and warmth to the...
Exactly. Blending a little bit of those colors that looks like she's trying to get into those. She wants to make sure she has the good, the dark tones, the mid tones, and then the highlights, which you kind of need for a portrait.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think she's really captured that so far, and still 5 minutes and 20 seconds left, so still so much more can be done in that time.
Yeah, I mean, I am super impressed.
Okay, and I think that we've cracked the code here. What we've got is an old-fashioned beverage. Love that.
super cool. I love it too. I kind of hope she adds in a little bit of background to it instead of leaving it just the glass. I mean, it would be cool to just have the glass, but my personal taste, I like a lot going on. But this is being very well executed, so
I think you're right. And, you know, very often I've observed that painters will spend a lot of time in details creating the subject of their painting, and then they kind of switch gears and get very expressive with broad, broad strokes to fill in the background. So that may be what takes place here.
we shall see.
Shall see indeed. And there's just about 4 minutes left of this second round of Art Battle Seattle. So
Make sure you guys get your votes in. This is a hard round. Everybody's doing so well.
no kidding. And the more I see this one right here, I love it. Janae is doing such an awesome job of creating sort of a whimsical scene here. You know, even though it's just nature, you can also imagine there's something a bit magical about this.
It's very, reminds me of Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I totally love this piece. And again, she's doing kind of what Haley's doing and playing on, the effects of light. It almost looks like those mushrooms are glowing right off the canvas. And it's so mystical. I love it.
And the scale, it's such a bold choice to go from the perspective of micro to look at these enormous mushrooms and the trees towering above in the background. It's so cool.
I love it. I love everything about it. I love the composition. I love the colors. I love the scale.
And I love Janae's enthusiasm as she paints. Very entertaining.
Oh my goodness.
She's like that in person too. She is a blast.
That's awesome.
That's another prime for
I
you.
love this piece, Bernadette.
That means audience. At the end of
Oh
this
my
round, we're
gosh,
gonna
I
vote.
love it. And I love how
Criteria you want.
the
It can be
parent
process.
elephant is kind of
It can be
faded
the
into the
look,
background, and
it can
the
be
focus is more
technique.
on not only for the parent elephant but us as the viewer. Our focus is on the little baby elephants.
That's a great point, absolutely.
You got
Oh my
2.5
gosh, so
minutes
cute.
left.
You know, and for those in the crowd who enjoy elephants, as so many people do, appreciate the beauty and majesty of these creatures, again, it's going to play very well for capturing some of the votes tonight.
I agree. Oh, so great. This is so great.
Okay, loving the extra highlights being etched in so expertly in the last 2 minutes of this competition.
I love the bold lip. I love the galaxy fill on the top and this abstract. Almost feels like there's movement wind within those abstract strokes on the bottom half of the canvas. Oh, she's got like some little meteor comet things going on.
Yeah. No kidding. So cool. Wasn't quite expecting that, but we've really cracked into that surrealist theme that Anna does tap into so well.
I agree. And I feel like she's just done so much on this canvas. Like your eye is always moving on this canvas. She's not leaving anything just to like one point, which is a great thing for an artist to do anytime they're painting. You want your main focal point, but you also want the eye to kind of travel around the canvas and notice the other things.
Mm-hmm. Down to the final minute. What an exciting, amazing round that it's been. Beautiful works created by all artists, and only two can go on this evening to the third and final round, which will be 30 minutes. Very exciting. So cast your votes, whoever you want to see paint again tonight.
Oh, so cool. I am really happy that she added those shadows in there. It gives the cup and the glass kind of a grounding place. It doesn't look like it's floating there.
Definitely creates a bit more space. And we are kind of whizzing around these artists at a more rapid rate, and we are seeing the final touches being placed, bringing it into the final 10 seconds of the round. What a round it has been.
I don't know. Who's your favorite?
That's a tough call.
It is. They are all so amazing. This round, I feel like is, I don't know. Round 1 was hard too, but oh, they're done! Yay! Oh, Haley. Oh, this round is really gonna be tough for people. I don't know if I could vote, to be honest. I might not because I don't want to play favorites, but they're all really good.
Well, I would say put in your votes because every vote counts.
That's true. So I'm going to take that back because I am going to vote.
Perfect. And that goes for you watching at home, folks, as well. Make sure you cast your votes at artbattle.com/AB2433.
I'm so proud of all of these artists. It is so hard to do a painting in 20 minutes, being an artist myself, and being in this position at regionals last year. It is a tough thing to do, and you're going up against the best of the best, and I'm just proud of everybody. They all created amazing work, and I usually have a pretty good sense on who's going to move on and who's not, but I don't on this round or on this whole night.
No kidding. And speaking of best of the best, the winner of tonight's event is going to move on to the national championships in Florida in April. So the excitement continues. Who will be the victor and who will be the national champion? Time will tell.
Time will tell. Make sure you guys get your votes in. Make sure you guys go bid on these pieces. They would be an amazing addition to any space that you can imagine them in.
Absolutely. We were talking about some different places where the art could be displayed. There's so many possibilities. And I can imagine this one would be amazing, perhaps in a rec room.
A bedroom, a bathroom, a fireplace.
Ooh, above a fireplace would be so wonderful. So much warmth and mystique in this image would be wonderful to just stare at for hours.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. This would be perfect in a bedroom.
Yeah, what an intimate moment. Captured for all time.
So great.
And then old fashioned, which has got me now a little thirsty.
You and me both.
No kidding. So at least there's that.
It'd be super cool in a kitchen and a wet bar.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
All right, folks. Well, we will be back with the third and final round of the night. So do stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning in for the online stream of Art Battle Seattle. We will be back shortly, so stay tuned and get your votes in. Thank you so much.
Oh, my new family. Hello. Are you ready to get going on our third and final round? I am. I do need to do a quick shout out for some behind the scenes work. Dave and Susanna have put in a lot of work to make sure that this isn't just a great thing to see, but there is actually an artist community, and in that vein, put in a lot of work to make a nonprofit that helps put these on called UN Productions. And so Art Battle here, at least, is produced in Washington and Portland by UN Productions, a nonprofit organization dedicated to creating opportunities and building diverse communities through art. We connect artists with business, community leaders, and anybody else who can help make a sustainable art community in the Pacific Northwest. For those of you who know how much effort it takes and personal spirit and blood to keep a community of artists thriving, it's everything you have is the answer. So anyone who's putting it out there, I just want to get behind, and they're definitely walking the walk. Okay, with that said, our last round is of course competing for a trip to Daytona Beach, Florida for the Art Battle Nationals. Holy cow. An amazing trophy. We have a trophy this year. We've never had a trophy before. I'm very excited. Enough of that. Let's reintroduce our artists ever so quickly, which means this area right here that you're gonna need to come through. Let's pretend we're back in my 4th grade year and have a nice part right down the middle. Thanks. It was actually on the left side. I lied. It worked better the way I said it. All right. Then my hair got curly and it wouldn't part. Okay. Reintroducing you ever so quickly. I'm going to try to get these numbers right. Because, Frida, I think you're actually at 1, right? So I believe it. At easel number 1, we have.
And we are back. It looks like we are getting ready for round 3.
Yes, we sure are.
These are going to be some powerhouse artists. We've got Frida Haas and Lyra from round 1, and Haley Michelle and Anna Bostrom from round 2.
The best of the night have moved on to this final round, which will be 30 minutes in length, an extra 10 minutes for the artists to create masterpieces. It's going to be very exciting to see.
It is. We went from 10 down to 4, and only 1 shall remain standing after this round.
Absolutely. And the winner of this round will move on to the National Championships in Florida in April. Again, this is the Northwest Regional Championship that you are watching, streaming live from the Seattle Center Armory.
And I did want to mention that the 2 opening painters, Cameron McCool, who won nationals last year, and also Mom Ross, their paintings are also for auction. So if you like either of those pieces, go bid on those pieces as well.
That's right. And you can log on to artbattle.com/AB2433 to participate in the auction, which is really heating up at the moment. And that's also the same site where you are going to cast your votes. So thank you so much for those of you at home who have been already casting your votes.
All right, it looks like we just started, and we are looking at Frida right now. And I'm assuming she's going to be doing a portrait right now, getting that sketched out. Maybe something with some sunglasses. And
she's sketching with a pencil, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks like it, yeah. Normally when I start with a China marker. It's almost like a black pencil / marker, but it doesn't smudge. You can't get it off unless you use turpentine.
And here we are with another pencil drawing, it appears. And it's always so exciting to see how these artists begin their paintings, and love the shapes that are taking form here.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that Frida and Lyra both are starting with marking their portraits down. And I don't believe that they did that in the first round. I think they just went straight to paint. But maybe with the added extra 10 minutes, they are going to approach it with a little bit more caution and getting things a little bit more in place before they add the paint.
That's a great point. Yep, these artists have the opportunity to strategize a little bit differently with that extra bit of time.
Haley too, but this is how she normally always starts her work, so I can't really say too much, but it looks like we all might be getting some sketches in first. Looks like another two-faced portrait here, maybe from her. We'll see. She's got the shapes in there.
Yeah, I love the angularity of the hands that she's drawn. Very cool.
That's how a lot of her work is, her studio work. It's got a lot of angles, a lot of bold brush strokes that she leaves on there. It just adds something extra to it, I think.
The compositions are being etched out, and 4 out of 4 are starting with a drawing. How about that? That's very cool.
I know that 10 minutes to most people does not seem like a lot of time, but that extra 10 minutes really gives you the time to get your sketch in. Oh, here we go with Anna. I love it. Oh, she's using 2 brushes. How fantastic.
Amazing. What an amazing technique, and really serves well to wow the audiences. They're present, and also us watching from the live stream. So cool to see.
Yeah, it gives a really cool showmanship, but it also covers a lot of the canvas at the same time.
And such a bold choice to cover so much of the canvas in black. You know, the things that you can do once so much black is on the canvas are presumably quite, they become limited. Brittany, can you tell me what the challenges are that get presented when so much of the canvas is covered in black?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people will shy away from a pure black. I love it just because, I mean, I love using black. I think it adds a really good contrast to whatever you're going to do next. But the problem there is now she can only use opaques, and she's going to want that black to be somewhat dry before she adds those, because if she adds anything runny, like any kind of an ink, a wash over it that's opaque, it's going to run into it and it's going to get muddied fast.
Well, let's hope she handles that technique well over the next 25 minutes or so.
I believe she will. I believe she will. And here we are with Frida, and she's got some sunglasses going on a lady. So beautiful. I'm like shocked with how much she has done already with the definition in that portrait.
Absolutely. And I love the color scheme. It's very gentle, but striking nonetheless. This is very cool.
We might be getting portraits for all four of them.
And it's so cool that they have no idea what the other artists are painting. So, you know, the similarities are striking. And by the end of this round, we will certainly see what makes them different and who will stand out. And of course, who will be the champion tonight.
Yeah, I'm quite fascinated with Lyra's. I really think it is gonna play in with her first piece and that narrative sort of theme where the portrait's looking off of the canvas.
Totally. They'll be a beautiful pair, and that pair could be yours, folks at home. So be sure to get your bids in during the auction.
And so what we saw Haley doing there is she put a wash down with her paint, and then she used isopropyl alcohol to spray on there with a water bottle, and it gives those like bubble effects to the paint, so it kind of makes it a little bit more translucent, which will show present in her final piece if she keeps adding transparent paints over top of it.
Very cool technique. Certainly adding a little bit of razzle dazzle to the performance.
Yeah. This piece is going to be super cool. It looks like she's getting a lot of her shadows, her darker tones in there before she's going to add anything else, which is smart because you don't want to add your highlights and then be going back in with your dark colors. I'm wondering if we're going to get sort of that galaxy sky behind there again.
I wonder.
And what Frida did there is, I'm assuming, is she used that as sort of an underpainting to get her values in, and then she's going to go over it with like actual paint colors. We'll see.
That is so cool, and what an interesting technique and approach to the canvas she's taken here, and what a clear, character that's taking shape here. Very intriguing.
I love it. Frida does a lot of like face and body painting too, and she's a very strong and empowered woman. So most of her portraits are just super striking and super like they're looking directly at you and they're bold and in your face. So I love how that reflects on from her personality onto the canvas. Ooh, we might be getting a crow here.
And a similar kind of duality here with the human and the animal paired together in the portrait.
Yeah, she's definitely staying on track with her themes for tonight, which could go one of two ways. It could play well with the audience, and they might be like, "Oh, let's see something else." But
you're right. That's right. Time will tell, but it certainly got her this far.
And we've got Haley here with both figures. She's getting a lot in quickly.
I love the effect of the isopropyl alcohol that you mentioned there. Did I say that right? Did I get it right?
Yeah, that's about right. It's a really cool technique, especially if you work in layers. And I know that Haley does work in layers. Most artists do, but when you add something in those first layers that you want to keep on there, and then you just add a translucent paint over there, it keeps them there, but it kind of pushes them back a little bit. So you can still see them, but they're not like bold in your face, but it definitely leaves something to the entire canvas and the entire piece all around. It adds a cohesiveness.
Wonderful. And this is so cool. She's really giving a lot of time to allow for that black paint to dry, spending a lot of time on the face, bringing out the hues and the subtle variances. I love the purple on the left side, a bit more of pink on the right cheek as well. So doing a lot with a little.
Right. And I think she's going to play on a color theme here, like a light source, which would kind of make sense with the darker purple with like the lighter lilac color. Oh, this is great. Frida uses a lot of bold colors, and we're already seeing that within this piece, and I love it.
Yeah, quite a range of colors as well. Love this this jade color that she's working with, and contrasted by the sort of the rust and the burgundy, and just lovely.
Yeah, I am always stunned by what she creates. It's always so beautiful. And we're back with Lyra, and it looks like she's doing the same color palette as well. Super cool, super bright pink. I love it.
She's playing the hits. It got her this far, so she's drawing upon familiar themes as well, but definitely a distinctive painting in itself as well. You know, we've got a very cool raven or crow figure taking shape in the foreground. A whole new character to get to know as this third round unfolds.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell, like, without even watching this or being there in person, you'll be able to tell looking at both of these pieces that they belong to the same artist, which is what you want as an artist. You want your body of work to look like you can recognize it without even looking at the signature.
So true. Absolutely.
That's how math works. You are halfway through this last round,
and there are so many people in this space tonight. At the Seattle Center Armory, we've heard as many as 700 people might be there in attendance, and as many as 2,000 watching from the online stream. So this is a big night for everybody in attendance and watching online. So thank you so much for tuning in, and of course, be sure to get your votes in and participate in the online auction.
Ooh, those drips are so beautiful. I hope she leaves those drips there.
Big drip fan, absolutely. Just a beautiful addition. Really very, very cool.
It looks like she's got some white over top in the background and cutting off into the lower half of the face. So maybe looking at another galaxy-ish background here.
What we haven't had a chance to see is the technique that she used for getting that speckled effect. Did you notice how she did that?
I didn't see her doing it, but I know that you can take like a toothbrush or a short stubby paintbrush and kind of gather some paint on there and then flick it with your finger, get real close to the canvas. That's usually how it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that yellowish next to that deep teal is so gold. I love it.
Yeah, so much mood in this portrait that's taking shape, and it's so exciting to know that over the next remainder of this round, we'll be able to get more and more acquainted with this character.
Yeah, I'm already loving it. I love just the amount of emotion that he's bringing into that painting. Oh, this is not a crow. It's a dog. It's a Doberman.
We stand corrected, and that is just what makes live art events such as this so exciting, because there are surprises and twists that these artists take us on, and it all contributes to the excitement.
I love it. And I love, right now, I'm sure it's going to change, but I like how like the woman is kind of like very calm, subtle, looking off, and the dog, as of right now, looks like, oh, you're not going to mess with my mom.
Yeah, lots of expression going on in these characters.
And it looks like Haley's going to go with the same palette here, too. The same as Lyra. They're both the same palettes as they used as the first round.
Well, it worked so well in the first round, bringing that luminosity, doing so much with a limited palette, and certainly a beautiful moment again, taking shape here on the canvas, emerging.
I agree. Two figures here, and it looks like I don't know if there's going to be something in between those hands or if they're just kind of trying to hold hands. Ooh, she's got a bird in there.
Wow.
So cute. That was fast too. We've only been around once and that was not there the last time.
I think we have to assume it flew there.
It did. She's a magician and an artist.
Absolutely. Wow. Love the color scheme. And again, those drips add such a neat a rhythm to that section of the painting. The repetitiousness of those lines is different from the rest, which is a nice contrast.
Oh, look at this, the background. I think it just really makes the figure pop out, and like that's what your focus is on. I love it.
Definitely. And there's a beautiful range in the colors in the background as well. So it's very dynamic, really contributes to the mood and the moment that is being captured. And we as the audience, especially with the sunglasses that are being worn by this character, there's a lot of mystery, but we are absolutely drawn in to the process and to who it is that we are seeing be portrayed.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times when you look at a portrait, it can be one of two things. It could be you're seeing yourself in that portrait, or you're connecting with it on a deeper level of, this is somebody's life and you're kind of trying to figure out what their life is about, what they're going through. So portraits are super versatile.
And with that said, Brittany, how do you feel about this portrait right here? Do you feel like it's something you resonate with, or is it a character that you see and are intrigued by from the outside?
I'm definitely intrigued by it. I like it just because I am a huge dog fan. I love dogs. So I'm gonna wait to see. I would like to see her add some deeper contrasts in there, but the last one worked really well, and she wowed me at the last round, the last couple of minutes within that painting. So we'll see what happens.
And once again, talking about, drawing upon a favorite animal, is a great strategy. So, we've seen the elephant earlier, we've seen the dog now. This certainly goes far with audience members who are dog fans. So great strategy.
I think I'm just an animal fan.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
Big
that
fan
might
of that
be
hummingbird. Wow.
So beautiful. And hummingbirds are known for all their vibrant colors, and I think she's definitely capturing it. And I think that the black background actually help that bird pop out and be really impressive. I think if it was a white background or any other color, it wouldn't come through the painting like it is right now.
And they're known for their wings moving very, very quickly. So she's done a great job of capturing them in a still position.
Yeah, and it's almost like she's manifesting the wings on that bird to how she's painting. She did that so fast.
Absolutely. Speaking of fast, so many details have been added here and so much more intrigue of this character. I love the contrast of the colors in those glasses.
Just in love with the color palette here. I don't know, they're all rich and bold colors, and I like a lot of pastel colors, but Frida's piece right now is just so far it's doing it for me.
Me too.
Lyra does a lot of heavy texture in her paintings, and I don't know if you can see it. I saw it on the other side, but where that big, deep, right there, where her collar is, and she just laid the paint down thick, and it almost brings out to a 3D type of effect.
Which is a great way to elevate a painting out of the two dimensions, have it capture some light or cast some shadows. It just creates a really intriguing dimension to things.
I agree.
And we're circling back to Frida for an extra dose. I want to mention I'm getting sort of almost an homage to the Bolin girl.
That, yeah, I definitely see it. Ooh, she's getting another one in there.
Very exciting. The birds are flying in, and these splashes of colors that are arriving on the black of this canvas is very cool, very eye-catching.
I also really love how she's doing the wings. She's making the wings that are far from us more blurry. She's blurring those edges, and then she's leaving the wings that are closer to us more crisp, so it gives you that effect of this is further behind, this is closer to you.
That's a great point. Great technique. Further intimacy being captured in the light highlights that are being added in this painting here. And we are ripping around this circle, capturing these moments, and we are back here. Beautiful colors, beautiful cheek highlights being added.
Ooh, we're going like a fast tornado.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know what it is. I normally am like a pastel-y type of person, but this is very rich and bold. Ooh, what's she adding up there?
Bright red.
Oh, she's getting strips in.
Oh my gosh. Big drip guy here. Love these drips.
I am too.
What a cool effect. Great way to elevate it and do something really special with the background, with that negative space.
Not that it even needed it, but it does add something extra. And I'm loving how like the drips and the background are all things that are within the portraits. They're all the same colors and the same values, and it's like making the entire piece cohesive.
Mm-hmm. And back to another great example of some drips down here and further details arriving in these beautiful birds.
But I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Audience, you know what's up now.
I am excited for this piece. It looks like, are they holding, I think she's holding a match between them, which would really be super cool. A lit match there, which is giving that lighting effect on both the faces.
All right, big round of applause for our artist, please.
Oh,
hey.
I'm so proud of you.
Yay, that was fast. I feel like that was like a 20-minute round.
All right, so here is what is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I suppose that was 30 minutes, but it did feel like 20. So there we go, folks. That is the end of round 3 at Art Battle Seattle. Yes, indeed. This is the Northwest Regional Championship, and soon we will figure out who is moving on to the National Championships in Florida this April 2020.
Make sure you guys get your votes in. Every vote counts. And if you fell in love with any of these artists or any of their paintings, go vote for them. Go bid on their pieces. It is flat rate shipping. You will not find a better deal, guys.
The auction is heating up right now. Get your bids in there, folks, because these pieces of artwork could be yours and you could hang them in any of the spaces that you might have.
Don't say La La Land when the winner is Moonlight. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, we are here at the end of the night. I do need to ask people, by the way, to start to exit the gallery. The reason being is that we're going to close that out, and then when we close the auction very soon, you're going to go to the gallery if you won. And we want to give people room to go get their paintings and all that. Artists, you're welcome to go hang out by there and, you know, take a little photo with the winners. Okay, so I think it's a really cool trophy. It's all glass and shockingly heavy, and I'm not going to drop it. We also have $200 cash in my pocket, and a trip to Daytona, Florida, and lodging, and the honor of taking the Pride of Seattle to nationals to represent. And you all know there were a crap ton of talent, shown tonight, and they all did amazing, and I'm so proud of all of them. And just on like a personal note, there's just like a lot of talent and goodwill that goes into making a season. And if you're just showing up for the first time, this is like the culmination of our season. So there's like some behind the scenes emotions. I see you, random volunteers who didn't volunteer tonight. I see you. All right. So thanks to all those people who made the season happen, not just tonight, and all the artists who volunteered along the way. But for the season of this trophy and $200 and a trip to represent us in Daytona, Frida Haas, where are you, Frida Haas?
Okay, it looks like they announced it.
Get yourself up here.
Amazing. And so well deserved.
Frida Haas, and I am so thrilled for her. She did an amazing job. She always does an amazing job. We'll see if he lets her talk here. I've stolen the microphone from him a few times.
That sounds like the thing you got to do, because he does a great job there. And wow, what a beautiful, beautiful prize she's able to take home tonight.
So excited for her. She has seriously done so many amazing things. She's competed in Art Battle for a while now, so I'm super happy for her. Well deserved.
It's just wonderful that she will be moving forward to the national championships in Florida this April.
Super excited.
As well as your great work, and I just like this part. Hey, you want to get some cash?
Ooh, she's got a little cash prize there too.
Well, 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 well.
Don't mind if I do. No better safe, no safer space.
Thank you. It's been so much fun. That's all.
You did great. All of our artists did great. Of course, we really, really do need one big round of applause for all of our artists and all the sweat and love that went into this. And of course, you all don't know what it means to us and them to just see you coming out and supporting. So thank you all so much. It means the world. We're gonna start another season come May, and we're gonna do this all over again for another year. Sign up. So I don't know what they're saying words at me. All right. Thank you so much. Please show up, volunteer, or just appreciate art. Go tell an artist that they did great, because they did. All of our bidding, if you win, it's going to be back there.
And as we're bringing Art Battle Seattle to a close, I want to say once again, thank you to everybody who has been tuning in to the online stream. It's been Tyson Cody and Brittany Sylvester here providing the online commentary for the online stream. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Tyson, thanks for being such an amazing co-host tonight. And
yes.
I hope you guys will tune in for the Nationals next month.
Well done, Frida.
Well done. Well deserved.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to go off. I know you're probably tired. It's late where you're at, but thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.